In the sprawling slums of Villa Fiorito, a dusty, impoverished neighborhood on the outskirts of Buenos Aires, a legend was born. On October 30th, 1960, a boy named Diego Armando Maradona came into the world, the fifth of 8 children. His family was poor, living in a small shanty without running water, but they had love, and they had football. From the moment he could walk, a ball was at his feet. It was a gift from his cousin on his 3rd birthday, and it rarely left his side. He slept with it. He took it everywhere. This wasn't just a toy. It was an extension of himself, his best friend. At age 8, a friend recommended him to the youth team of Argentinos Juniors, known as Los Cebolitas, the Little Onions. Coach Francis Cornejo couldn't believe his eyes. This tiny kid was doing things with the ball that seasoned professionals could only dream of. He was so small and so unbelievably skilled that Cornejo thought he must be a midget who was lying about his age. He asked for Diego's ID card to be sure. It was no lie. This was an 8-year-old prodigy. With Diego leading the charge, the Little Onions went on an incredible 136-game unbeaten streak. He was a local phenomenon, entertaining crowds at halftime during the First Division games with his dazzling ball-juggling skills. Everyone knew his name, Dieguito. Just before his 16th birthday, Maradona made his professional debut for Argentinos Juniors. He stepped onto the pitch wearing the number 16 jersey, and with his first touch, he pulled off a nutmeg, slipping the ball through the legs of an opponent. The crowd roared. A star wasn't just born. He had exploded onto the scene. He spent 5 years there, scoring 115 goals in 167 appearances, a record that still makes jaws drop. His talent was undeniable, a force of nature. He was quickly called up to the national team, but was heartbreakingly left out of the 1978 World Cup squad because the coach felt he was too young. Watching Argentina lift the trophy on home soil without him was a pain that fueled his ambition even more. The following year, he captained the Argentina youth team to victory at the 1979 FIFA World Youth Championship in Japan. He was the star of the tournament, a sign of the global dominance to come. In 1981, he fulfilled a lifelong dream by signing for his beloved Boca Juniors. He led them to the league title in his only season there, a whirlwind romance with the fans who adored him. But his destiny lay across the ocean, in Europe. In 1982, Barcelona paid a world record fee to bring him to Spain. His time there was a mix of brilliance and turmoil. He battled injuries, a bout of hepatitis, and on-field clashes, but his genius was always on display. The world was watching, but it was in Italy that Maradona would find his true kingdom. In 1984, another world record fee took him to a place few would have expected: Napoli. At the time, Naples was a forgotten city in the south of Italy, looked down upon by the wealthy northern clubs like Juventus and AC Milan. The club had never won a Serie A title. Maradona's arrival was like a messianic event. 75,000 fans packed the San Paolo Stadium just to welcome him. He wasn't just a player. He was a symbol of hope, a champion for the underdog. And he delivered. In a league famous for its ruthless defense, Maradona was a creative genius unleashed. He dribbled past entire teams, scored impossible goals, and led Napoli to their first ever Serie A title in 1987. The city of Naples exploded in celebration. The party lasted for weeks. He was more than a hero. He was a god. He led them to a second title in 1990 along with a UEFA Cup and a Coppa Italia. He had single-handedly lifted a struggling club and an entire city to the pinnacle of Italian football. In Naples, Maradona is still a religious figure. But his crowning glory, the moment that immortalized him, came at the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. As the captain of Argentina, he was at the absolute peak of his powers. This wasn't just a player having a good tournament. This was an artist painting his masterpiece on the world's biggest stage. He was unstoppable, carrying his team on his shoulders with a blend of skill, passion, and an unshakable will to win. And then came the quarterfinal against England. This match wasn't just about football. It was steeped in the political tension of the Falklands War just a few years earlier. In the space of 4 minutes, Maradona scored 2 of the most famous goals in history. First, the infamous hand of God. As the ball looped into the box, Maradona, smaller than the English goalkeeper Peter Shilton, leaped and punched the ball into the net. The referee didn't see it. Goal Maradona later said it was scored a little with the head of Maradona, a little with the hand of God. Just 4 minutes later, he erased any controversy with sheer, unadulterated genius. Receiving the ball in his own half, he embarked on a 60-yard run, a mesmerizing slalom through the heart of the English team. He ghosted past 5 players as if they were standing still, rounded the keeper, and slotted the ball home. It was voted the goal of the century. It wasn't just a goal. It was a footballing ballet, a moment of pure magic that perfectly encapsulated his talent. Argentina went on to win the World Cup, and Maradona was rightfully named the player of the tournament. He was, without question, the best player on the planet. Maradona led Argentina to another World Cup final in 1990. But a struggling, injury-hit team fell short against West Germany. As his career entered its later stages, he faced personal struggles that were often as public as his triumphs. His time in Naples ended, and he had stints back in Spain with Sevilla, and then returned home to Argentina with Newell's Old Boys before a final return to Boca Juniors. He retired from playing in 1997 on his 37th birthday. His career as a manager was a roller coaster, the highlight being his time as the coach of the Argentine national team, leading them at the 2010 World Cup with the same passion he showed as a player. Diego Maradona's life was a grand, chaotic, beautiful opera. He was a flawed genius, a man who battled demons off the pitch but played like an angel on it. For the people of Argentina and Naples, he was a savior, a working-class hero who took on the world and won. He wasn't just a footballer. He was an emotion, a symbol of rebellion and hope. He showed that a kid from the slums could, with a ball at his feet, become a king and conquer the world. His legacy isn't just in the trophies or the goals. It's in the millions of kids who, from the barrios of Buenos Aires to the streets of Naples, picked up a ball and dreamed of being Diego. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more.